Are we recording? Hello, everybody, and welcome to day 19. Just wanted to do a video real quick before I get too hot and heavy into today. Today's Tuesday, May 31st, and my daughter has a dentist appointment in about 4 hours, so kind of, 3 hours, kind of splits up my day. Need to be in male drag, obviously. But being day 19, I wanted to record a couple things. One of them is that we just went through the Labor Day weekend, and for 5 days I really couldn't talk. And I noticed that last night as I went for my morning walk, my evening walk, and then my morning walk this morning, it was like my throat had, closed. And so I tried to talk and it was terrible. So, but not using this voice for 5 days, you can imagine. And I just need to keep practicing it, I guess. Kind of like get it stretched out and get, that's the thing about your voice box. It's been a kind of an emotional couple days. I don't necessarily think it has to deal with hormones. Day 19. But I wanted to talk about speed of transition. My situation is a little different. Everyone's unique, obviously. But my situation is a little bit different because my wife has expressed to me that, she is concerned about kind of being outed as a lesbian. And I think it's related to me being outed as transgender, At this point, day 19 here, obviously, I'm still, living male drag. I'm still, around the house and whatnot, especially when my daughter's home. I'm not out yet. And so, for all intents and purposes, like on Facebook and whatnot, the family, nobody knows and whatnot. And that's kind of the way that I want it right now. As I feel like I am kind of in a cocoon, things are changing and whatnot. But the speed, I want to talk a little bit about speed. Someone told me, one of the ladies in the Louisville support group said that one of the members or someone, there was a story about the transgender person kind of told their family on a Monday that they were transgender and that on Thursday they were living in the other role. And I don't know if they were female to male or male to female. But basically they came and gave their family somewhat of an ultimatum. It's Monday. And 3 days from now, I'm going to be a woman, I'm going to be a man, and you're going to like it. Or, I don't know, I guess it's me adding that on there. But the bottom line is, it was like a 2 or 3 day turnaround time, which you might have to do that. But my situation, a little differently, I wanted to do it slowly. I wanted to do it over time. Obviously, I'm at the mercy of my body chemistry as far as hormones go. The body is only going to do what it wants to do. In the last week, I have lost about 4 or 5 pounds. My measurements have changed a little bit. My breast measurement has gone up by 1.25 inches. According to the calculators. When you go and you buy like a bra online, I've moved from a B cup to a C cup. Statistically, numerically, I don't necessarily believe it, but the bottom line is things are changing slowly. I think it's more of the Spiro than the estrogen. I don't think it's the estrogen yet. I don't have any lumpiness, any of the budding breasts or whatnot. I think mostly it's just fat redistribution, if anything. I mean, it could all be in my head, right? But hopefully the tape measure doesn't lie. But anyway, speed. I have a 9-year-old daughter, and one of the major concerns that both my wife and I have is that, number one, will my daughter accept me? And a concern for up until doing hormones was, what if my daughter doesn't accept me? Do I not do hormones? Or if I am on hormones, do I stop? And it kind of became an obstacle, a consideration, before progressing. And I have kind of come down on the reasoning that, I'm going to I have to go forward with this. I'm not going to hide it anymore. I cannot no longer do it. So, my wife had proposed a question to me this morning about, well, what if your daughter doesn't approve? And doesn't that put a lot of pressure on my spouse? Because if my daughter doesn't approve, then they have to move out or I have to move out. And I was kind of like, well, unfortunately or fortunately in life, I mean, we encounter things that we don't always agree with. We encounter things that we don't like. You can't sit there and go, natty natty boo boo. I don't want to natty natty boo boo like that. Can't see you, and I'm not going to deal with you. Blah 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 blah. You can't do that in life. I mean, whether you're at work and you have a new boss or you have someone you don't particularly care for or a coworker, you have to deal with them. You have to have those skills. And kind of in the world, there are people of different ethnical backgrounds and cultural backgrounds. And, again, all that said, yes, it's a big thing for daddy to not be a man anymore. No doubt. But at the same time, that's the world we live in. And people change. And again, I don't know. For fear of being called selfish and saying, I'm going to do what I'm going to do, whether you like it or not. That's just kind of the situation. So back to the topic of speed. My thought with this was to take it slow and I've slowly introduced things. My wife said something the other night. We wanted to go out to eat as a family. And she got kind of upset when I wore I think I wore a button-down shirt that I normally would wear. Maybe it was a Star Wars t-shirt. I don't remember, I'll be honest with you. But it was a guy shirt, quote unquote, that I would wear. Kind of like this is a guy shirt. I mean, it's a green t-shirt, right? But I wore my women's jean shorts that I wear all the time. And I wore my women's sandals. I'm wearing them right now. See? They're girly because they have a little heel on them and that this is tall. But, they're clothes that I wear all the time around the house. And so she got mad because we went out as a family. And here I am wearing a t-shirt, women's shorts, not shorts. I mean, they were long shorts, and the sandals. And it was kind of like, but this is the way that I dress. And so I've really tried to establish myself in a slow way, but that's the way that I am. And hopefully, as my body changes, it'll all kind of fall in the line. I don't know. My hair, obviously, if I comb it back, it looks better, right? But, again, as it grows longer, you can kind of see, again, slow changes. And so, anyway, I'm almost out of time for this video. I'm afraid it's going to cut out. But the idea for this topic was slow change. Slow. Your hormones are going to be slow anyway. Obviously, an abrupt change might not be the way to go. So plan that in your transition plan if you can. But anyway, um, that's about it. Going slow, I think, gives people a chance to adapt. You know, they're going to have a knee jerk reaction, and this way it's kind of slow. So, anyway, that's all I got. I don't know if I made a point or not, but this is day 19, so keep on trucking. And until next time, bye. I'm going to turn it off.